Hi there, this is Insky4 aka Transvolve, and today I wanted to talk about PAwS, which is my little LV2 plugin suite thingy, mainly because some of you were interested after I sometimes also mention it in my Twitch streams, but also I think it was in Unfuzz Discord. Someone was asking about live stream audio setups, and I mentioned that I use my own homemade gate plugin, and I thought why not make a little demonstration about some of the more useful plugins that I have created mainly for my own workflow, but you can also install it and try it, and maybe you will find it useful. Let's start with the gate, of course, and as you can see there are 3 different versions with 3 different port configurations. I'm going to show each one, but let's see, yes, just a normal gate, 2 inputs, 2 outputs, nothing fancy. So yeah, noise gate, like, you know what a noise gate does. It's basically, yeah, you get 4 parameters, so nothing fancy. It's quite easy to use. Like you have the threshold, so yeah, check, this is not your conventional gate. What it does is, when the gate is closed, like when there is no input, the output will just go all the way to 0, like nothing. So like there is no maximum reduction amount in decibels, it's just straight up nothing. And so for that reason, the attack and release values are not in seconds or anything like that. It's basically the way it works, the way the envelope works, is that it's kind of a reverse exponential function, so that as it converges to unity gain when it's open, it shouldn't reach unity gain like ever, unless it runs out of a floating point precision. So yeah, there is like no threshold there's no sharp edge in the envelope itself. I made it this way because like it's just a subjective opinion, but personally I find it much more pleasant and natural to listen to than the conventional expander style gate plugins that you might come across. And so the attack and release values are basically just a parameter of like basically the weighting used in that reverse exponential function. So yeah, no unit for you. I'm gonna set it up by ear. And this hold parameter basically sets the minimum time it will be opened once it's open. So like once when the peak crosses the threshold, and yeah, also it listens for peaks, so no RMS, nothing like that. Peak samples when it crosses the threshold, then it keeps it open for this long. This is actually in seconds. It will be open for at least this much time, and simple as that. And so now let's take a look at the other 2 configurations of this plugin. So as you can see, one is the SC, which means sidechain, and it basically like you have input and output, except you have also have a sidechain input, and it gets the main input based on the level of the sidechain input. So yeah, and it's also worth mentioning that it's like stereo, so it's linked, the 2 channels are in sync, so it listens for the loudest peak on either one of the 2 inputs, and the 2 outputs will get gated in sync. And yeah, same thing here as well. And the 3rd version is a bit of a funky thing. You can see CV, it has an additional CV output, which actually is not a CV, like LV2 plugins do support like CV, like control voltage outputs, which is basically the same thing as audio, but they could be labeled as explicitly as CV. But in this case, I didn't do that. It's just a normal audio output because of compatibility reasons. But the main thing, it does is basically it outputs a 0 as long as the gate is closed, and when the gate is open, it outputs the highest like +1 value, highest positive amplitude DC. So yeah, a CV output. Don't hook it up to like sound or anything, but this is affected only by the threshold and this hold value. Attack and release values don't affect the output signal here. They could. I could make this like analog voltage. Whatever, it currently is not, it's just 0 or 1. This can be used to like cascade multiple of these plugins, so like you can take the CV output of one gate and then hook it up to the sidechain input of the next one, and so you can get multiple channels in sync based on a single input. Yeah, I don't know how useful it will be in practice, but yeah, you can do that if you want. Or you can hook it up to what? I'm a demonstrate. Like for example, I loaded up the LSP sidechain compressor, and you can see if I hook the CV output from here to the sidechain input of the compressor here, you can see that, yeah, hold is a bit long, check. You can see, you can use this signal to like do ducking, check. So yeah, funky little feature, not your everyday feature on a gate plugin, I think, but that's why it is here. So yeah, this would be the gate, and we are going to move on with the next plugin in the next video. So yeah, see you next time. In the meantime, have a great one.